Hello dear friends, welcome to Opportunity DMIT Academy. Please watch my video from the beginning to the end and please subscribe and press on the bell icon so that you will get notifications on my new video. So in this video we talk about the major problems that students face in their study and whether a conducive atmosphere is essential for study or not. We are going to examine all these things. And what is the importance of time? That also we discuss in this video. So let us first examine what are the major problems in study faced by students. One of the major problem in study, that is why students cannot properly study their subject. One of the major reason is postponement. That is, they always procrastinate things. Like a lottery seller, they procrastinate. They think that they can do it tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Such thinking is one of the major problem in study. The second reason is they begin the study with a zeal, but that is there will be zealous beginning, but there will be no perseverance. That is, they will never continue with that. That is another problem in study. Next is lack of concentration. Their focus is not in the right track. That is another problem. Then there is no proper sleep. That is because of some other distractions. They won't sleep for 6 to 8 hours. So that may also affect their study. Next is butterfly. So by butterfly I mean the students take one subject, they quickly go through the subject, then they change the subject, then move to another subject, such way they study. So that is one of the reason for their failure, failure in their study or proper study. And apart from that, they also move from one place to another. That is, from their study room, they move to their siblings' room, they move to the kitchen, they talk with their parents, and such way they study. That is, they will act like a round robin. So that is one other reason for one other problem in study. Next is the fear of teacher. Some students fear their teachers. Some because they may not like their teacher. They may not. They have some kind of hatred towards their teacher because the teacher might have she or he might have scolded them. That may be one reason. So they may not like the teacher and they may fear the teacher. And because of this reason, they may hate that particular subject. So that is another problem in study. Then TV and other media is another problem in study. That is the distractions from TV, the distraction from other medias like social media, like WhatsApp, etc. may also, or Instagram, etc. may affect the study. So that is another problem. That is too much, they show too much interest in such kind of things. That may also affect the study. Again, magazine. The magazines that are published by some publishers. Students are they are lured to read such kind of magazine. So that may also take away their study time. That is another reason, another problem in study. Again, daydreaming. Daydreaming is another problem. Some students, they always think about their future in their mind. They dream about their future and they carry out daydreaming, and that may also affect the study. Then reading by lying down is another problem. That is, some students prefer to lie on the bed and study. So that they may easily fall into sleep because of this lying down on the bed. So that is another. So they cannot complete their studies at the right time. So that is another problem in study. Then the influence of politics is another problem in study. Then the type of food, the variety of food they take, that may also affect their study. For example, if you take tapioca in the morning on an examination day in the morning, so it has some poisonous effect on the body. So the students cannot retrieve information while they are in the examination hall. So the kind of food they take. So it is always better. We always suggest students to take a chocolate in the morning so that it will regenerate them, so that it will give more energy for them for writing exams, and it will also regenerate your brain also. So that is why, so the chocolate should be taken by the student 1 hour before the commencement of exam. So the type of food we take, the variety of food we take, that also may influence the study. So that is another problem in study. Then again, the guilt feeling they have. So sometimes they might have not been able to perform well in the previous exam. That may also influence them in their study. So these are the major problems. So let us now see what are the major let's see the atmosphere, how it is influencing the study. That is whether a suitable atmosphere, that is, or setting a suitable atmosphere for study is very important or not. Let us see with that. So it is always better for the students to sit at a particular place and continue their studies. That is, and it is always better. If you tell me where you sit for your study, exactly I can tell you how your performance will be. So that is, it is always better. If a house is a double-storied building, it is always better for students to sit at the upper floor and study. Because you can avoid all the distractions from the drawing room, from the kitchen, etc. So that is why I suggest people to sit at the upper floor for study. But there should be a routine check from the part of the parents to their study room, so that only we can ensure that whether our students or our child is carrying out his studies in a proper manner or not. So that is one suggestion. That is one thing. Then second thing is the room of the student, that should be painted green, so that it will give a soothing effect. So that is why green painted rooms are more preferred for study. Again, the use of furniture, like the wooden furniture, is better for study, as a study chair and a study table. It is better to avoid metallic chairs. Then choosing a place of, that is your place of study, that should be very tidy. It should not be untidy. It should be clean and free from dust. So that will create a conducive atmosphere. So if the desk and the place are so cluttered, it will it will clearly show that the student is having a cluttered mind. So it is always better to have a clean atmosphere for study. Then the books also should be in order. That is, they should arrange their book in a proper manner in their shelf. And that should be in their vicinity. That is, they should not keep the one book on the dining table and keep the another book on the drawing room. So such kind of things may also distract their study, that they will again move out from their place of study to collect this book. So that is why we say the book should be in order. Then again, timetable should be pasted in front of their table, so that they can carry out their study in a systematic manner. Again, equations, formulas, that may be written and pasted for ready reference in front of their table, so that they can get more familiar with them, and so they can understand, or they can retrieve or recall these formulas or equations later during their examinations. Then the place to sit, that is, it should be in one place. If you are choosing a particular place, then they should stick on to that place for their study. That is, they should not change their place of study every now and then. Again, they should always keep away the distractions from TV, mobile phones, land phones, etc. It should be kept away, so that only they can focus in their study. And again, when you choose the room for your study, the place of study should be away from the kitchen, or from the road, or drawing room. So that is the most suitable atmosphere for study. So that is the most suitable atmosphere. And also it is important to keep the drinking water in your close vicinity, because when we carry out your study, you may feel tired. So to overcome this you may get exhausted. So you can overcome this situation by taking sufficient water, so that it will refresh you and regenerate your brain. Again, whether the furniture furniture that should be used for study, that is important or not. It is always better to use wooden furniture, that is most preferred, rather than using metallic or plastic chairs. And better know if the sitting chair is having some holes on itself first. Then again, all the required books and stationery that should be in their close proximity. And the posture for sitting, posture for study, that is also very important, because sitting erect and studying, that is recommended. That is, students should not support their heads with hands. They should not use easy chairs, or they should not lean back on the walls. That is not preferred. That is, no, if they lean on the wall, that is slouching, that may not help them in their study. So then if the direction of sitting, that is towards east, that is the best thing, because it will facing, if a student is sitting facing to the east, that will give more positive energy. But north is the least preferred direction, so students should not sit facing north. Then another suggestion is they should not walk and study, because some students are in the habit of walking and studying. That may not help them in because they unknowingly they walk kilometers, and they may feel tired or exhausted because of this walking, and that may affect their studies. So they may feel so tired after the studies. So that is why I suggest don't walk and study. They should sit at a particular place and carry out their studies. Don't read while lying down. That I already explained in the previous slide, that is with regard to problems in study. So don't lie down and study. That is another important aspect in study. And whether now the question is the time of study, whether that is important or not. We know that some students are early birds, that is, they prefer to wake up in the morning and carry out their studies. Some are late or night birds, they are night birds, so they prefer to carry out their studies during night time. So the time of study, that should be opted by one according to one's golden hour. So what they feel is their golden hour of study, they should choose. So one should find what is their golden hour of learning, and they can pursue with that. Okay, then they should not study soon after their meals. Some students are in the habit of carrying out their study immediately after the meals, so that should not be done. Study should not be soon after their meals, and they should also they should not carry out their studies when they are feeling very hungry. That may also affect their study. And also they can take a break according to the learner's attention span. So that I have discussed in my previous video. Taking a break is very, very important after a 45 minutes of learn. That is, attention span for every person is maximum of 45 minutes. So after that they should take a 5 to 10 minutes break. So they can take break according to the attention span, their own learner's attention span. They can take a break. So that is also very, very important in studies. So coming soon is my new video, which is all about MOOC courses, which is very, very important for students as well as those who are in jobs. So you will get a complete idea about MOOC courses in my next video. Thank you all.